The glittering landscape of modern Hollywood has always been defined by its ability to blur the lines between reality and fiction, between the carefully curated personas of its biggest stars and the raw, unvarnished truth of the industry itself. In recent years, few figures have captured the public imagination or embodied this complex duality quite as vividly as the meteoric rise of a certain generation-defining talent who has seamlessly transitioned from a critically acclaimed television performer into a faux, remitable powerhouse of independent entrepreneurship and global brand building. The digital era has fundamentally rewritten the rules of celebrity, transforming the traditional trajectory of actors from mere vessels for the visions of directors into autonomous architects of their own multi-million-dollar commercial empires. This evolution requires a rare combination of undeniable on-screen charisma, a profound understanding of modern social dynamics, and an unwavering work ethic that operates far beyond the confines of a traditional film set. As audiences worldwide continue to consume media at an unprecedented rate, the relationship between a public figure and their fan base has shifted from distant admiration to an intense, interactive dialogue that unfolds across various digital platforms in real time. This ongoing cultural phenomenon raises profound questions about the nature of fame, the heavy burden of constant public scrutiny, and the strategic brilliant moves required to maintain absolute control over one's own image and financial destiny in an era that demands perpetual visibility. Before we dive deeper into the fascinating mechanics of this Hollywood revolution and explore the escalating tensions between creative choices and public perception, take a brief moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the complex realities behind the world of entertainment and celebrity culture. The atmospheric shift in how we perceive modern cinematic icons becomes particularly evident when observing how they leverage their personal platforms to disrupt established retail markets, challenging legacy fashion houses and traditional advertising agencies alike. The traditional model of a celebrity endorsement, where a famous face merely lends their likeness to an established luxury brand for a predetermined fee, is rapidly becoming a relic of the past, replaced by an era of direct-to-consumer entrepreneurship where the star is the creator, the executive, and the ultimate marketing vehicle all at once. This new paradigm is perfectly illustrated by the strategic launch of independent apparel lines that reflect the personal aesthetic and unfiltered identity of the creator, allowing them to communicate directly with millions of consumers without the mediation of traditional media gatekeepers. When a globally recognized actress decides to step into the highly competitive arena of intimate apparel and loungewear, she is not merely selling a product line, she is inviting her audience into a specific lifestyle, a carefully crafted aesthetic universe that balances premium elegance with an approachable, intimate sense of self-expression. The recent digital showcases from the emerging brand SYRN have perfectly captured this contemporary marketing philosophy, capturing the global collective attention not through massive detached billboard campaigns, but through the highly personal, lo-fi medium of self-taped content that feels remarkably immediate and authentic to the contemporary digital consumer. This sophisticated strategy of utilizing personal authenticity as a premier commercial tool was vividly demonstrated in a series of highly captivating, self-recorded clips shared across the brand's official digital channels on a recent Friday afternoon. The footage, which quickly went viral across multiple social media platforms, featured the celebrated star embodying the very essence of her brand's philosophy, effortlessly demonstrating that the ultimate ambassador for an independent creative venture is the visionary founder herself. Dressed in a beautifully structured, low-cut crop top paired seamlessly with matching cheeky panties in a remarkably deep, luxurious burgundy hue, she commanded the camera with a natural, effortless confidence that has become her unmistakable professional trademark. The minimalist aesthetic of the presentation was further emphasized by the choice of setting and styling, as the blonde bombshell was depicted relaxing comfortably in bed, bathed in natural lighting that highlighted her striking features without the assistance of heavy studio cosmetics or intricate styling teams. Captioned simply and evocatively as a private evening encounter, the video allowed her natural beauty to take center stage, her ashy blonde hair cascading downward in loose, unstyled waves that conveyed an aura of relaxed, domestic intimacy. This deliberate departure from the hyper-polished, heavily edited imagery typical of traditional high-fashion campaigns served a dual purpose, simultaneously validating the premium quality of the textile designs while reinforcing a deep, personal connection with an audience that increasingly values raw, unvarnished human vulnerability over artificial perfection. Yet, beneath the surface of this highly successful commercial showcase lies a complex tapestry of personal transitions, cross-continental professional commitments, and an underlying current of intense industry debate that has followed the actress across the globe. At the exact moment these compelling promotional visuals were captivating digital audiences worldwide, the performer was navigating a demanding production schedule on the opposite side of the world, deep in the heart of Australia, where she has been fully immersed in the filming of a highly anticipated new cinematic project. This grueling international work schedule has been balanced alongside a high-profile personal life that frequently attracts the intense curiosity of global entertainment media and paparazzi networks alike. Her recent periods of rest and relaxation between demanding filming sessions in Australia have been spent in the company of her long-term partner, the influential entertainment executive Scooter Braun. The notable age dynamic between the 28-year-old actress and the 45-year-old industry veteran has frequently served as a point of immense fascination for commentators, yet the couple has consistently maintained a united, supportive front amidst the relentless glare of public curiosity. This ability to maintain a stable, thriving personal life while simultaneously managing an international film career and launching a successful luxury brand highlights the extraordinary resilience and focus required to navigate the highest echelons of modern global celebrity culture, establishing a firm foundation from which to confront the creative storms that frequently brew within the volatile world of prestige television. While the commercial success and expanding entrepreneurial footprint of the SYRN brand continue to demonstrate a masterful command of modern consumer engagement, the true complexity of this Hollywood narrative unfolds within the creative choices that have simultaneously elevated the actress to the absolute peak of television drama. The modern entertainment landscape is rarely a smooth trajectory of universally praised business ventures and effortless glamour, particularly when a performer is deeply embedded in the bold, boundary-pushing world of premium cable television, where artistic expression frequently collides head-on with evolving societal standards. The immense visibility generated by viral marketing campaigns exists in a state of constant intense feedback with the heavy dramatic material that defines her acclaimed television roles, creating a unique cultural flashpoint where public commentary can quickly shift from admiration of aesthetic business savvy to fierce debate over artistic integrity and narrative ethics. This delicate balance between a public persona and a complex, highly provocative fictional role became the center of a massive cultural discourse, following the broadcast of the latest season of the monumentally successful HBO series Euphoria, a show that has consistently prided itself on pulling back the curtain on the most raw, uncomfortable aspects of contemporary adolescent and young adult experiences. The core of the unfolding controversy centered squarely on the dramatic evolution of her character, Cassie Howard, whose complex storyline took an explicitly provocative and highly debated turn into the world of digital adult entertainment and transactional online intimacy. Throughout the broadcast of the third season, audiences watched with a mix of fascination and deep discomfort as the narrative pushed Cassie into increasingly vulnerable, nearly naked, and highly revealing scenarios, where she was depicted navigating the complex digital mechanics of an OnlyFans-style platform, cosplaying intricate sexual fantasies for paying anonymous clients across the internet. This specific creative choice ignited a massive wave of immediate and sustained backlash from a significant portion of the viewing public, with many vocal critics openly slamming the highly graphic plotline and describing the increasingly explicit scenes as nothing short of a prolonged psychological and physical humiliation ritual inflicted upon both the character and the actress Herschel. The digital landscape quickly became flooded with intense debates regarding whether such hyper-explicit depictions of youth transitioning into sex work served a legitimate artistic purpose, or if they merely crossed the line into gratuitous exploitation designed primarily to generate shock value, controversy, and high viewership ratings for the network. For weeks following the airing of the dramatic season finale, a heavy, expectant silence hung over the creative leadership of the production as the public discourse continued to intensify across social media platforms, entertainment columns, and academic cultural critiques alike. This tense period of silence was finally broken nearly 3 weeks after the broadcast concluded, when the visionary creator and showrunner of Euphoria, Sam Levinson, chose a highly prominent public platform to directly address the mounting criticism and mount a robust, unyielding defense of his creative vision. Appearing on a Friday broadcast of the high-profile talk show Real Time with Bill Maher, the acclaimed writer and director stepped directly into the eye of the cultural storm, doubling down on the controversial script he had penned for the actress and offering an illuminating, behind-the-scenes look into the real-world inspirations that drove his narrative choices. Levinson articulated firm belief that premium television has a distinct responsibility to reflect the actual socio-economic realities of the modern world, arguing that the explosive rise of subscription-based adult content platforms represents a massive, undeniable shift in how young people view autonomy, financial independence, and the monetization of personal identity. During the expansive interview, the showrunner explicitly contextualized the storyline by comparing the financial scale of independent adult entertainment platforms to the traditional power structures of the entertainment industry itself, asserting that these platforms are no longer a niche or fringe business model, but have evolved into a massive, multi-billion-dollar enterprise that actively competes with the economic output of mainstream Hollywood. Levinson explained to the host that when a young, digitally native generation looks at the traditional workforce, many are increasingly rejecting the classic concept of a stable 9-to-5 corporate job in favor of utilizing their own physical appearance and digital personal brand as an immediate source of direct revenue. By incorporating this hyper-modern phenomenon into Cassie's overarching character arc, the creator intended to launch a profound, highly critical exploration of the long-term psychological and emotional consequences that occur when an impressionable young person is continuously told by society that they are the product, they are the brand, and they must immediately figure out how to maximize their financial value the moment they cross into adulthood. He recalled being deeply fascinated by the concept of chasing that intense desire for fast cash, recognizing it as a compelling and necessary theme to explore in a contemporary drama, even while fully acknowledging that the entire cast and crew caught a massive amount of intense criticism for the highly graphic scenes, far from glamorizing or endorsing the lifestyle of transactional digital intimacy. The creator argued that the show actually takes a thoroughly critical, deeply sobering look at the phenomenon, illustrating how the constant dependence on digital likes and external validation ultimately hollows out the core of the individual human spirit. This strong defense from the top creative authority of the series added an entirely new layer of intensity to the public's perception of the actress's self-taped promotional videos for her lingerie line, creating a fascinating parallel between her real-world success as an autonomous business executive and her character's fictional, deeply troubled journey through the digital marketplace of intimacy. As these complex ideas collided in the public arena, the tension between the artist's intent and the audience's visceral reaction reached a fever pitch, setting the stage for a critical moment where the performer herself would have to step forward, navigate the competing narratives, and declare her own personal stance on the heavy material that had come to define her public and professional life. The escalating public discourse surrounding the provocative themes of artistic creation, digital monetization, and the intense pressures of modern celebrity culture reached its ultimate resolution when the actress herself broke her silence, offering a definitive and deeply insightful perspective that completely recontextualized the entire controversy. Rather than shrinking away from the fierce public debates or distancing herself from the highly scrutinized creative choices of the showrunner, the 28-year-old performer stepped forward with an admirable sense of professional ownership and deep empathy for the complicated young woman she portrays on screen. Speaking candidly in an expansive, high-profile interview with Vanity Fair, she tackled the intense public backlash head-on, firmly drawing a clear, unyielding line between her personal identity as an autonomous, thriving Hollywood executive and her artistic responsibility as a dramatic actress tasked with embodying raw, deeply flawed human experiences. With remarkable poise, she declared that her primary duty is always to remain entirely faithful to the psychological reality of her character, Cassie Howard, regardless of how uncomfortable or provocative that reality might be for the viewing public to witness in analyzing the deeply troubled journey of Cassie throughout the third season. The actress demonstrated a profound psychological understanding of her character's motivations, explaining that Cassie's tragic reliance on external validation is the core driving force behind her controversial descent into transactional digital intimacy. She revealed to the publication that Cassie is a young woman who suffers from a deep, paralyzing inability to love herself, existing in a tragic state where she only feels a sense of worth when someone else is projecting their desire, affection, or attention onto her. Because Cassie lacks an internal compass of self-worth, she looks to the world around her for validation, and the modern digital landscape of adult entertainment platforms provided a powerful, albeit highly destructive, illusion of connection, visibility, and global love. The actress noted that from her perspective, it was entirely logical how the showrunner arrived at this specific narrative destination, as Cassie was ultimately far more excited and intoxicated by the grand, sweeping idea of a massive online audience knowing her name and offering her immediate adoration, feeling a temporary sense of escape from a world that had always felt suffocatingly small, isolating, and utterly devoid of genuine emotional security. This public defense of her work was further reinforced by a series of candid, behind-the-scenes photographs that the actress shared directly from her personal social media accounts, offering her millions of followers an authentic, unfiltered look at the grueling reality of filming those highly demanding, nearly nude sequences on the set of the hit series. By showcasing the technical, highly collaborative environment of a professional television set, she effectively stripped away the scandalous, tabloid aura surrounding the scenes, reminding audiences that these moments are the result of meticulous planning, artistic choreography, and an unwavering commitment to storytelling excellence. Her balanced approach to this intense professional challenge was strongly supported by her partner, Scooter Braun, who frequently utilized his own significant influence within the entertainment ecosystem to defend her artistic choices, validate her professional autonomy, and shield her from the unfair double standards that are so frequently leveled against successful, high-profile women in the contemporary media landscape. This robust support system has allowed her to navigate the complex, often treacherous waters of Hollywood with a rare level of confidence, proving that she can simultaneously handle the most demanding dramatic material on television while expanding her global commercial footprint as an independent business owner. Ultimately, this entire cultural flashpoint serves as a profound testament to the extraordinary evolution of the modern celebrity archetype, illustrating how the boundaries between an actress's fictional roles and her real-world commercial endeavors can interact to create a multi-layered, incredibly powerful global brand. By utilizing her personal platform to turn a potential public relations crisis into a masterclass in direct-to-consumer brand marketing for her luxury intimate apparel line SYRN, she has successfully demonstrated that she is not merely a passive participant in the entertainment industry, but a brilliant, highly strategic architect of her own destiny. The striking contrast between the vulnerable, validation-seeking character of Cassie Howard and the confident, makeup-free, self-assured corporate founder modeling her own burgundy apparel designs in bed highlights the incredible range, intelligence, and adaptability that has defined her meteoric rise to global prominence. As the media landscape continues to evolve at a breakneck pace, and as the traditional boundaries between Hollywood cinema, subscription-based digital entertainment, and direct consumer interaction continue to dissolve entirely, figures who possess the unique ability to navigate these overlapping worlds with absolute authenticity will undoubtedly remain the true authors of contemporary popular culture, leaving an indelible mark on the industry for generations to come.